Radhe Shyam, and welcome. Today, starting the first lecture Zoom in English on Sri Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj. The main text biography is coming from Saints of Bengal by O.B.L. Kapoor. It's a text that is possible that many know already or have been reading, but we will add some extra information on this study. Since Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj is one of the most important and popular Babajis in the world Gaudiya Vaishnavism history in the last century. To start with, we will check some interesting details. I will share a link here on the Zoom chat. This link is a website from a Sangha that is based on Delhi by a disciple of Sri Untold Babaji Maharaj, that he had been giving lectures and writing very fearless regarding to Gaudiya Vaishnavism and the full history of this movement. Some Vaishnavas, some devotees are getting along with his prachar, preaching. Other people is not very friendly with the work that Sri Sachidananda Das is doing. Far from personal things, I must to say that his writings and investigations are sharp, are extremely sharp. So I will get from that point of view to read some of his material, and being far from anything that who is the real disciple of Ananta Das Babaji Maharaj, etc. That is something that does not belong to me. It's not my responsibility to speak on that. I am not expert on the real tradition of Ananta Das Baba in terms of who is his real disciple, etc. It's not my thing. Also, I'm not very interested on that, so I cannot comment on it. What I can do is just to see and to share this information here on Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj. So this is a writing in his website is called karmdelhi.com, and this clean up the who he really was, because Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj had been used as a war horse by some in order to approve some things. But when we study his story, his biography, official biography, the same biography that his disciples and followers of his parivar are following and believing the story of him, it tells a very different story than what we hear normally in Western countries and in English language or Spanish, I knew Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj as one of the part of the parivar that I used to follow 20 years ago. But when I really get into Sri Goura Kishora, I realized that nothing of what I hear about him was true. Starting with in my altar, back in time, in my temple altar, Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj was using a saffron cloth. This is a big mistake, and it's an offense to his lineage and to him, since he never used saffron clothes, were in white color. His cloth was white color. The same cloth that for the last 500 years have been used by all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas coming from Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. All the Gaudiya Vaishnavas use and are using white cloth. So how to put him in saffron? This is nonsense and it's offensive. So many things have been spoke about him, but the reality, many of the real things are not known. So this is what we will start studying. Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji, I will just read, is one of the Siddha acharyas of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Society. His Diksha Guru is Sri Nanda Kishore Goswami, who is from Advaita Parivar. One of the first interesting things here, Goswami. His guru was a Goswami. So all the preaching against the Goswami's lines is not proper in the eyes of Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj, since his own guru, that for sure he loves with more than his own heart, is a Goswami. All the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the tradition is coming from Goswami's line. They have been keeping the flame alive for the last 500 years. So we must be very, very, very grateful with all of them. What, in the other hand, also does not mean that simply because somebody is born on a Goswami family or in a Brahmana family means that he's a perfect soul and he's pure. No. The quality of a sadhaka, bhakta, Vaishnava is measured on his actions. The actions of a Vaishnava must to be in contrast to the Shastras exactly the same, cannot be different. Yes? Just to say, I am a Brahmana, to say, I am a Brahmana, I have a kid. My kid should be taken directly as a pure devotee just because born from me? No. He must to show himself the qualities he has by being honest and to by walking the path of truthness. In one of my previous interviews to Shandan Goswamiji, to whom I highly respect, by his honesty, he say, there where the truth is established, then you associate with them. This is the real thing. When the truth is established, you associate with them. If there is no truth, you then, as Shastras are explaining, you give your pranams to respect by a distance, on a distance. So not everybody who born as a Goswami is a perfect soul. This is not true. They must show the qualities. But this is the other part of the story. The point is all the Gaudiya tradition is coming and is passed on by the Goswamis. From there is coming. And this was the desire of Sriman Mahaprabhu. This Goswami's line is the design of Sriman Mahaprabhu, since Sriman Mahaprabhu asked first to Nityananda Ram to get married and to have children, so to have family. And with this, the line will continue. So Sri Nanda Kishore Goswami, who is from Advaita Parivar. Thus, during his sadhana kala, Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji practiced what his predecessor in Advaita Parivar practiced. And his Diksha Guru was from Advaita Parivar. All his Guru Parampara, and Parameshti Guru were from the same Parivar, used to do some mantras, used to apply some tilak, and reside at the same place on city. And his genuine followers also practiced the same. What this means is that the Gurus of Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj were all in Advaita Parivar. Soon we will start studying about Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and we will find exactly the same. The Guru of Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj was Advaita Parivar. The Param Guru was Advaita Parivar. Parameshti Guru, Advaita Parivar. All of them are Advaita, are coming from Advaita Chandra. There is no such a thing as the Param Guru is Advaita Parivar, Parameshti Guru is Nityananda Parivar, and the Guru of the Guru will be a something different story or from a different Parivar. This does not exist in Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So we see here on Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj, this is exactly the same. So here are a few points interesting about Tilak, cloth, mantra, and Siddha Pranali. Tilak, Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji used to apply the tilak of Advaita Parivar, heart-shaped large banyan leaf, which is totally different from the tilak, sharp triangular leaf of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji, who is from Nityananda Parivar. Here I will share one picture we will see in every single Advaita Parivar Vaishnav. It's showing? Yes? Okay. So this tilak is like a heart shape, really, with the two lines up. The original Vaishnav tilak, is only the U shape on the forehead, only the U shape. Later on, due to the expansion of Gaudiya Vaishnavism and the different parivars, all the Nitya Siddhas who opened their own parivars and starting their own missions, this is bona fide. Every Nitya Siddha opened their own mission. So in order to identify from which line, who is your guru, there was a time that they took the decision to add some special design to your tilak, because otherwise we don't know who is who, from who you are coming from, etc. So this U-shaped tilak was the original tilak, and we in Hari Bhakti Vilas we find out how to make the tilak and what is the tilak for Vaishnavas, and it explained clearly that the Vaishnav tilak is only the U shape. Then later on came this thing of making different shapes. For example, this banyan leaf shape here, this heart shape for Advaita Parivar. In Nityananda Parivar, we have two different tilaks, basically, that are used by the Goswamis. One tilak is this tilak. Can you see? One tilak is this one. And this tilak has the U shape and this triangle downward, right? This triangle represents a bamboo leaf because the area where Sri Nitai born was full of bamboos. So that's why just by the area where this acharya is coming from, they took one idea of, okay, let's put this bamboo leaf because Nitai born in that area full of bamboos. This was the nature there. That's simple. This is one. Then is another Nityananda Parivar tilak that you will see mainly in Navadvip, the major Navadvip Goswamis families, descendant of Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Vamsha, they used the same tilak, but with a black dot in the center. We call it Sham Bindi. It's the same Sham Bindi that Radha Ramanujananda's Dev Tilak has, the black dot in the center. This is Sham Bindi, and this is a variation or variant of the other tilak. But these both tilak are used by the Nityananda Vamsha. As I mentioned earlier, one Nityananda Vamsha, very powerful Goswami nowadays in Navadvip, is moving a lot of power now. I'm not talking about materialistic power. I am talking about Bhav, Ras. It's from Srivas Angan Mandir in Navadvip, and it's called Srivas Goswami. I truly and honestly encourage everyone to research a little bit about him, because I'm sure that with the years, he will be one of the biggest of our times. His bhav, his deepness in the bayan is something else. Is something to really to see when he's doing kirtan. The atmosphere that he produces is something that only very high level souls can create. The atmosphere that he produces, everybody crying around him, and the emotions and the bhav is flowing. So this is the real deal. So in that line, that is Nityananda Vamsha, they use this tilak with the Sham Bindi. And you will see normally the Gaudiyas who are sadhus in Navadvip, they use this tilak. The other tilak without the dot normally is seen mainly in householders, kind of Vaishnavas, but like sadhus, like hardcore sadhus to say, they use normally you will see with this bindi. Anyways, let's get back to Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj. So the tilak of Sri Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj used to apply the tilak of Advaita Parivar, heart-shaped large banyan leaf, which is totally different from the tilak, sharp triangular leaf of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, who is from Nityananda Parivar. The clothes, Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj was white clothed. During sadhan and also after siddhi, his Guru Gan were always in white clothes, and his bona fide followers are also always in white clothes. Now the question will arise here, like, okay, but Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj was like a Siddha Mahatma. What happened with the generations after? Did he have disciples, followers who are in the line of him that we can recognize to really see, okay, this is real. These are the real followers of Goura Kishora. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And they are dressing in white color. The renunciants, Vairagis, so-called sannyasis, they dress in white with the tilak of Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj. There is no change. You cannot change the tilak of your guru. The first step in mantra diksha, when you take shelter in guru, the first point is that you must to follow what your guru do. If your Gurudev is having one tilak, he will give you what we call tilak svarup. In the time of diksha, your guru will draw the tilak in your body. He will draw every single point of the tilak in your body. He will draw it with his own holy hands. Do you think somebody who really have diksha from a guru will change the tilak later? It's like, I will change my tilak after my guru have been drawing in my forehead. I will never do that, If I do that, I am disrespecting my Gurudev. So if somebody is disciple of Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj, he cannot change the tilak. It's not possible. I cannot change the color of the dress that the Guru will give. Mainly if my Guru will give to say Babaji Bek, I cannot change the color that the Guru will give me, because this is the protection of Guru. If I change, I am creating my own story. I am creating my own philosophy, and this is not correct. Mantra. The mantras and Gayatri of Navadvip and Brindavan, chanted by Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj and his entire Guru Gan, are different from the mantras chanted by Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and his Guru Gan of Nityananda Parivar, and also from Srila Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj and his Guru Gan of Narottam Parivar. Every Parivar has their own mantras, and these Diksha mantras are secret. We cannot speak out loud any of the mantras, because the very root of the concept of mantras is that the mantra is secret. is you cannot disclose. When you disclose the mantra, you are putting the energy out. You are losing the energy of the mantra. That's why the mantra goes in japa, and the japa goes inside the joli or the vipa, inside a fabric that is covering the counting of your mantra. By tantras and by Vedic tradition, the mantras are always secret. You never disclose or openly chant any mantra. And this count Mahamantra Hare Krishna also. So the mantras of Goura Kishora are specific from his parivar, that is Advaita parivar. Siddha Pranali. Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj accept Siddha Pranali. The mantras of Navadvip and mantra of Vrindavan. And the Siddha Pranali, Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj accept the Siddha Pranali and gave to his disciple also, who later on gave to their disciples. His Manjari name is Gandharvika, Priya Manjari. By giving Siddha Pranali to Srila Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj, Shri Nanda Kishore Goswami gave him his eternal identity as Gandharvika Priya. Actually, Gandharvika Priya is his real name. Goura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaj is the earthly lila of this Siddha Mahatma. But this name, Gandharvika Priya Manjari, is the real name because this is the transcendental body that he has and he gets from his guru. This is our tradition. Gaudiya Vaishnavism works like this. This is the tradition. It's Guru Parampara, mantra diksha by ear. There is no mantra diksha by dreams, mantra diksha by books. Yes, back in time, just in order to put the thing in context, I had one friend, older friend, who always he said to me that he was disciple of Bhaktivedanta Swami. Back in time, I was a very big follower of Bhaktivedanta Swami. I still have very much respect for him, mainly for bringing Gaudiya philosophy to Western. And one day I asked to this friend, I say, so when and where you get Diksha from Swami Bhaktivedanta? You were in America, in India? And he said, no, I get a tape. I hear a tape and they send me from ISKCON America, they send me the paper with the mantras. So this is not Diksha. So how I will say to him, after he is now about 70 years old, how I will say to him, you never get Diksha. So all your life has not been working. Your bhakti will not work. You can be sannyas, you can be a temple president, you can be so many things, but your bhakti is not advancing because bhakti is not something that we can generate ourselves. Bhakti must be given by the line of the siddhas, of the spiritual master, perfect spiritual master that are expansions directly from the heart of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is expanding and extending his love and kripa through the parampara. So this is the tradition. Guru Diksha, the Gurudev will meet the disciple, the student will learn about the Guru. When they are sure about each other, the Guru will give you Diksha, a special time, and also Guru will give you Diksha, and he will do a ritual to say, where he will clean your mind, he will clean your karmas, and he will clean your samskars. He will take the time to do this work for you. So then you can start in somehow like reset. From zero, you will start developing yourself. He will give you the same mantras that he gets from his guru, and his guru from his guru, his guru from his guru, and this is coming from the time of Nityananda Ram. But if this line is not connected in this way, then the process will be stuck. Now the question arises, really, if I have no chance to say, I live very far from Bharat, I have no chance to meet any, and I don't know any really Siddha or some real Gaudiya Vaishnava. So if I do Mahamantra Japa, to say, if I worship and meditate on Krishna, I will not advance? Yes, you will, but your movement, your steps will be so small, so short. Yes, you will move forward, but very slow and with so much difficulties. But when power of Guru and the real Diksha happens, then you will move like flying. You will be like a butterfly going everywhere. So all this will open. Before that, the advance will be very, 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 very slow. So yes, if it's not, you have no chance to meet Sadguru, you can still do and you will advance, but the advance will be so slow. And many people quit and give up because they don't see any result. 10, 20 years doing japa, 16 rounds every day, they still not have any glance, any light of the Nitya Lila, still not seeing anything. If they don't look a picture or deity, they cannot see Krishna inside. Because we cannot make it by our own effort. It's not possible. This is something that Guru will give to you. And understanding Guru as a Guru Tattva. It's Nitai Ram, Sri Gauranga, who through this line, this channel, they will put these seeds on you.